Before I turn to what I want to present, I would like to make several remarks as to why this assault on academic freedom verges on absurdity. In the first place, the President himself has acknowledged that 9/11 was the pivotal event of the 21st century. Colleges and universities are the institutions that are entrusted with the responsibility for studying significant historical events. Therefore, it is completely appropriate that university and college faculty should be studying the events of 9/11. Second of all, according to the government itself, 9/11 was an event that involved the activities of a group acting in concert. 19 Islamic fundamentalists allegedly hijacking 4 aircraft, outfoxing the most sophisticated air defense system in the world, perpetrating these atrocities under the control of a man in a cave in Afghanistan. What that means is, according to the government, 9/11 involved a conspiracy. Third point, therefore, if colleges and universities are to fulfill their academic obligation by studying the most significant event of the 21st century, the pivotal event that changed everything, they must necessarily embrace the study of conspiracy theories. There is no alternative. Next, to describe we who are critics of the government's account as conspiracy theorists, therefore, is frankly ridiculous and an abuse of language. It is the government that it has advanced what clearly turns out to be the most outrageous conspiracy theory of them all. And if we, in our efforts to uncover the truth, to expose the falsehoods, the lies and deceptions that the government has taught us, leads us into the directions of a darker and deeper truth about what happened to this country on 9/11, so be it. We are committed to the truth and letting the chips fall where they may. Finally, the President of the United States acknowledged at a recent press conference in response to a question posed by a reporter that Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with the events of 9/11. The Senate Intelligence Committee has recently reported the results of its investigation, establishing that Saddam Hussein was not collaborating with Osama bin Laden, but that they were actually political opponents, and he was trying to track down members of Al-Qaeda and incarcerate them and probably kill them. 2 months ago, our FBI acknowledged that it has no hard evidence connecting Osama bin Laden to the events of 9/11. If Saddam Hussein was not responsible for 9/11, if Osama bin Laden was not responsible for the events of 9/11, then who was responsible? And why has our government been lying to us about this from scratch? I am going to suggest that a detailed examination of the events of 9/11 can help us to answer that question. It's my pleasure to read the following letter from Veterans for 9/11 Truth. We recently learned that the Ozaukee County Board made a decision to slash the funding for the University of Wisconsin-Madison Extension Program in the exact amount that was to be paid to lecturer Dr. Kevin J. Barrett in an underhanded attempt to ensure his removal from the faculty after their political machinations failed them. Members of the 9/11 Truth Movement across the globe responded quickly to this news. Unfortunately, it is a rare occurrence for the people to be able to stand up and right the wrongs forced upon us by narrow-minded lawmakers. In a country where the freedom of speech is becoming an act of domestic terrorism, every opportunity to use our collective voice for positive change must be utilized. The University of Wisconsin Board and its provost stood strong, defending intellectual freedom and the right to think against the grain, the right to discuss the events of this world with an open mind and a critical gaze, no matter how uncomfortable that might become. We stand united in support of such strength and integrity. We are entering into a dangerous time, a time when even our educators across the country are coming under fire for merely questioning the propaganda that infiltrates our media on a daily basis. This is not the American way. The Constitution is far more than just a piece of paper, and defending the ideas outlined in that document require courage. The University of Wisconsin-Madison, its board of directors, its provost, and Dr. Kevin Barrett have all displayed that courage, and we support them fully. With this in mind, we wish to present a donation to the university in the exact amount that was removed from their budget in an overt attempt to silence freedom of speech, $8,472. As has been said before, quote, to announce that there must be no criticism of the President, or that we are to stand by the President, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American public. Theodore Roosevelt, 1918. The Extension Program has asked me to donate this money to the University of Wisconsin Foundation, which will be done.